Why, hello there, everybody, and welcome to a fine Wednesday evening, or whatever happens to be in your time zone. I'm sectoral leader Cody, and I'm Cody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a new week. It's unfortunate that my last two streams are going to start an hour. My last two season streams are going to be starting an hour. Wait, what? Oh, that's right. The ads got all messed up because Firebot didn't immediately trigger things because I set it. For some reason, I set the time to 8, even though I meant to set it for 7. Well, anyway, that'll be why the timer in the corner is still there. Munchies, welcome on in. Hope you're having a lovely time zone. Let me say my hellos to everybody here. So congrats on getting first Omega. Congrats on getting second Aqua. Welcome on in, Hemlock. And thank you for claiming third. Congrats on claiming third. There we go. Aqua checking in for the 126th session with that 99.2%. Hemlock checking in for the 119th session with that 94.4%. Omega maintaining that perfect one with the 127 sessions with 100%. Oh my goodness. Welcome on in, Jay, with the 74 sessions. When are we going to start seeing a percentage on there? You've got to be close to 80% at this point. You've been here for so many streams in a row. It's got to be getting up there. Okay, so yeah, we got the ads finished just after the intro, so that's fine and all. The ads are out of the way now. Like, there's a way for me to check it. Actually, I'd have to edit a prototype command to check somebody's. Oh. You know, I actually don't have a command for somebody to manually review their attendance rate in that. It's just part of the it's part of the function. But I mean, technically, wait a minute. No, I can't do that. I can't do it that way. I don't think attendance rate shows up in here. Oh my goodness, whenever I look at anybody's like profile, the Firebot database, there's so much metadata now. In each person's, like, we got the sessions, we've got like the first stream they ever joined. They've got for anybody who's used the hug command or anything part of the battle system, yes, the hug command is part of the battle system. It's because it can be resisted, and you can make yourself immune to it as well, so that's why it's part of the battle system. You can't attack with a hug, technically. But yeah, if you use a hug command or any command that's part of like the little battle system, you also have a index put into your metadata, because your data is stored in like a file. There's a file that keeps track of everybody's little stats, like elemental resistances, number of KOs, resistances, immunities. There's a section for an unused thing. I left a space for it, but that's not currently. It's an unused variable. And then, yeah, there's KOs, and I think there's something else, too. Oh, yeah, and your max HP and your max MP, because that's supposed to get reset whenever you use a battle command for the first time in a stream. Oh, yeah, and also, there's statistics for hugs taken, hugs given, etc., etc., so there's all sorts of things. Also, if you claim first, second, or third, that gets tracked on your metadata as well. So there's so many things. Oh, and of course, there's the little flag for when you're checked in. That's assigned to anybody who chats or uses the check-in/lurk command. And that's just to prevent from checking in multiple times during a stream. It only gets cleared when a stream properly ends. But yeah, there's actually nothing on the metadata that keeps track of the attendance percentage. That is calculated when it's needed. Okay, let me scroll up here because there looks like it tried to error on Omega the first time. Still managed to get that first. Twitch is an error. Twitch loves to error out on things whenever it feels like it. Oh yeah, and the personal weather station, 15.9 degrees. We'll be going over that in the weather segment. Also, winds are a little higher. Winds over here were higher than projected, which is a little annoying, actually. It sort of makes a difference when my job entails throwing lightweight things into the bin. Just enough to make it annoying. Oh, also, I think my phone is dying. I think it's reminding me that it's dying and that it needs sustenance, so I should do that. Ooh, just plug it in. It wasn't that low. That's 12%. I could have just left it until the night. Munchies, welcome on into... Oh my goodness. You know, I'll scroll down there eventually. 1 year. Shaking like a leaf because 2 out of 3 for Crystal Tower. The player strangers have all been nice too. That's the cool part with a lot of the raids, but especially the Crystal Tower series now, because it's mandatory in main story, a lot of new people wind up in it. So now, in general, the culture of those 3 raids is you need to be accommodating for new players. Otherwise, everybody will single out the person who is being an asshole. It is actually quite funny because, like I said, I've done that series a few times, but I prefer not to do them. But I think I've done it like 5 times before. And like I said, there was one time when there was somebody making an asshole remark about that, and it's like everybody else made fun of them now. It's like perfect. Oh, did your raid get wiped at the boss of the first round? Because I find that one can vary. Sometimes everybody goes for the cycle skip, and sometimes people are cautious and go through one more cycle to avoid raid wiping. The very last one. That one is such a gamble because if everybody brute forces it, then you're good. You're able to beat the cast timer, and you're able to save yourself a cycle. However, if some people choose to go on the defense, everybody has to go on the defense. Otherwise, it's a party wipe. Or sorry, a raid wipe. That one is, that one's sort of like the little the Gamba thing. I recommend defense because chances are you'll have enough new people, and the mechanic strongly suggests that you go on the defense. Someone tried to abandon the raid too after that, but they were outvoted. Oh yeah. It's one raid wipe. That's fine. You know what that tells you? Just be on the defensive next time. There you go. You can only do the greed thing if everybody's in on it. And it's very much a gamble if everybody is in on it. Honestly, best practice to do there is somebody send a message to the Alliance saying on the last shield cycle or whatever, just wail on them. And then everybody should be on the same page, and there you go. But people don't do that. So they just gamble whether they're going to be able to make it through or not. But yeah, that is one thing I find really amusing about that last boss, and that because, you know, I've had mixed success / fails on those, depending on who's in on it. I tend to go on the defensive if I see anybody else going on the defensive. If even one person's going on the defensive, I'm going on the defensive. If everybody's going at him, sure, let's get him. Oh my goodness. But since you're 2 out of 3, that means you've just got World of Darkness, which is my favorite one. I like that one. Probably because the music is so freaking good, but also the bosses are pretty good too. Oh, and I think that is one where there is a boss where it's sort of like culture sort of thing. What Alliance A, what Alliance B, and what Alliance C do. There's a bit of like a culture thing there too. Like B tends to do belly mechanics, and C takes care of the chains or something like that. Except now there's 2 different versions, so now I have tendency to sometimes get confused. Because some people do it role-based now. It's like, you guys, just declare which one you're using. Because I'm going by the one I know best if I don't see it otherwise declared. I think A just wails on him, goes on the attack. At least I don't think there's anything else that Alliance A goes. Alliance A is fairly straightforward. It's RNG which Alliance you wind up in, so. But yeah. Fun times. And the very last boss is fairly straightforward. Will definitely give you proper warning for things. There is a teleport and untelegraphed wide line AoE to watch out for. So, you know, if the boss is teleporting, yeah, you want to know where they teleport to. I think that's the only time people tend to get surprised. And even then, most people know to move out of the way because the majority of the Alliance will part ways away from that AoE. So it'll be like, I don't want to be here. Got it. Yeah, a lot of those is follow the crowd and you're good. It doesn't get super complicated like later alliances where it's like, oh, you have to split into groups of 2 or groups of 3 and you have to go to these particular areas. Like, oh, for Pete's sakes. So imagine there is a chaotic version of World of Darkness, which I think is literally just the final boss, and that's it. But it's a 24-player, very difficult version of the Alliance raid, which, again, is probably just the last boss. I'm not going to touch that. Guys, it's time to launch some Final Fantasy XIV. I'll get started on that. I'm going to move the chat up to this monitor since Final Fantasy XIV will be taking over the other monitor. Oop. I don't play my games in full screen, though. Oh, my goodness. I forgot to update Final Fantasy since the major patch. This might take a little bit because it's a major patch. It came out just yesterday. Which means if I do... Oh, dear goodness. Known issues, huh? Wait a minute. What? Wow, there's so many known issues. Why don't they test this stuff? Seriously. Wait. This issue is from 7.45. Upon playing a cutscene, the screen may remain black and prevent further progression. Wow, that sounds wonderful. No workaround. Should this issue occur, the only option is to close the game. Ah, great. Beautiful. They're definitely going to be prioritizing fixing that pretty fast. I was losing my mind when I saw what that update was. Oh my goodness, yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in this update. And a lot of bugs because apparently they don't test enough here. Oh, what is this? Die 2 is no longer applied to the hem of the... Oh, it's Gear specific. Okay. Makes sense that they may have missed that one. That's fine. The unintended availability of the Senior Order Pack fashion accessory, which is scheduled for release as a future reward. Oh no. Why did they advertise that? Now people are going to be looking for it. Oh, it's an ID problem. Oh gosh. Unlocking the black embroidery parasol fashion accessory unlocks another accessory as well because they have shared IDs. What? But why wouldn't the shared ID like pop up as these two should not have the same ID? All right. But we hope you will acquire the Senior Otter Pack again when it is released through the intended method. Fair enough. You know, normally they're quiet on stuff like that until they patch it. I'm surprised they actually mentioned the details of that issue before they patched it. They left some Japanese text in certain things too. That's fun. Okay. Oh, there we go. Honestly, those are not huge issues. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't read all of them. No, wait, what? I opened the wrong one? An issue where place furnishings may not be properly displayed or hidden. Well, that is something that annoys me that they didn't test that properly, because that seems very easy to replicate, if that's the case. Multiple inquiries have mentioned furnishings not being displayed even when fewer than 400 furnishings are on screen. Oh, that's right, because they had to draw a limit somewhere, so I guess the limit is 400. These cases are being investigated through various methods. Oh, I like how much detail they put into this. Included copying player-specific housing data into our development environment for analysis. Oh, yeah. However, we have yet to successfully reproduce these phenomena and determine their cause. Prioritize an investigation and would appreciate your patience as we address this issue. If we run into the issue, can we, like, say, hey, well, we got this to happen. Actually, you know what? It might just be like, like they're noticing this issue happening, and then they're trying to copy player-specific data, and they're like, "What the heck? We can't get this to happen." Maybe it's like a specific setting. Who knows? Rest, third walk. If a KO player returns to the starting point at a specific time, and after the Prometha is defeated, the screen remains black. Oh no, another one of these. Certain textures in the first arena features unwritten are not properly displayed. PS5 only. Apparently, they didn't test this very thoroughly on PS5. The long squirt is equipped together with a certain body gear on non-level field characters. Gear made to be displayed incorrectly with certain... Okay. The cover and wind up red 8 minions have black dots displayed on their models when texture resolution is set to standard. What? On everything except for PS5. PS5 doesn't have that issue, apparently. When your character is standing up from the crafted idle state, upon being seated with crafted tool drawn, switch it to another class or job may cause the character to become immobilized. Please wait for your character to stand fully upright before switching to another class or job. My back! When selecting the search recipes, use this material subcommand on any pigment item. The crafting log displays purple pigment as the required material, regardless of the originally selected pigment item. In the meantime, we recommend opening the crafting log from the main menu, which will display all pigment-related recipes correctly. I like opening it through my hotkey. Thank you very much. Oh, wait, that is technically opening it from the menu. Okay.
Excellent.
Thanks for the excellent. Shy Sneaky Girl, welcome on in. 9 sessions, approaching double digits. Soon, trademark. When using a DualSense wireless controller, haptic feedback is not being triggered as intended when the job reaches specific. Okay, that doesn't make any sense to me. That's a lot of issues, and some of those issues seem very obnoxious. Oh, hey, you got. Oh my goodness! I gotta tell you guys this. I gotta mention this to you. If this page will ever load, now. Remember how I was mentioning earlier that this possibility could be happening with the new expansion coming out? Well, it's confirmed now. I'm going to get the game started while I yap about the patch notes here and about some of the things that are changing. And while we get things updated, it's a 7.2 gigabyte update, and I have good internet, so the download part shouldn't take long. The patching part might take forever. So we'll see. Okay, everybody. So the free trial is about to include Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. My goodness. This is good freaking news for anybody on the free trial. And even more motivation to not get the full game yet. Beginning Tuesday, April 28th. Hey, what do you know? That's yesterday. With the release of 7.5, the free trial will also include the award-winning of Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. Spread the word, tell your friends, because there's never been a better time to begin their adventures. Also, I'm just going to put this into another Discord here to maybe encourage some people in our circle to get back into it. Oh, wait, that's the wrong channel. Actually, technically, it should show up here. No? No? Okay. The article was published, but it did not... Okay, cool. There we go. That's supposed to auto... That is supposed to auto post, isn't it? There we go. I'm really glad that I can machine gun type. On this keyboard, it sounds so wonderful. It's just... I heard free trial what? Oh my goodness. Okay, so, Final Fantasy XIV, they already have a pretty freaking good free trial. Right now, how their free trial works is there's no playtime limit, and you could play up to, well, it used to be Stormblood. Now it's Shadowbringers, which means your level cap is going to be going from 70 to 80 now. Shadowbringers is really freaking good, so this is huge. This applies to all platforms. This is the free trial in particular, so... Oh my freaking goodness. Also, there was a rating up here that I didn't read. $92 out of 100, the start of a golden era. There we go. Oh my goodness. 514 is on the PlayStation 5. It's on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. It's on Xbox Series X and whatever the heck the one is before that. I can't keep track of. I can't keep track of that. It's on Mac and it's on Windows, which is the version I play. And technically, it's also on Steam. Steam/Windows. There's a standalone version, and that's the one that I have. The non-Steam version. But, yeah. It includes Shadowbringers now. This change also applies to existing owners as well, which, yep. Service accounts will be updated to reflect this change, starting on Tuesday, April 28th. Yeah, look forward to that, everybody. So now, base game Realm Reborn, first expansion Heaven's Sword, second expansion Stormblood, and Shadowbringers. Which is where the story really starts to get freaking good. Like, Stormblood was already pretty good, but, I mean, even Heaven's Sword is good. Post-Heaven's Sword is a little, But it's everything's still better than Post-Realm Reborn. But you got to get through the story in A Realm Reborn because it ends on a pretty interesting note, as the previous streams here may depict. But yeah, there we have it. So that was like a separate little, and honestly, wait, did they do that during the Fan Fest? No, they released this article when 7.5 came out, so it's like beginning when we released this article. So yeah, if you ever want to give Final Fantasy XIV a shot, I strongly recommend the free trial because you do not need an active subscription for it. Honestly, I think Final Fantasy XIV should just get rid of the active subscription part. Or, you know what? No, change it into extra perks for the subscription. Because, you know what? Even if a subscription becomes optional, I think I'd support the game just because of the effort that the development team puts into this game. And then there'd be the extra perks. Oh yeah, keep in mind the free trial does have limitations. Oh, dear goodness. I didn't want to view this page. I wanted to view the organized page that tells me... Hold on, where's the restrictions part? Oh, dear goodness. This is the, hold on. This is the business front. This is not what I'm looking for. Hold on, can I... Where is the free trial restrictions? It's usually a very organized page that tells you what's going on. Steps and rules? Oh, there we go. Okay. So, by the way, this recently changed. So yeah, it's now play up to level 80 for free. Because the next expansion is Shadowbringers, and Shadowbringers brought the level cap up to 80. Character creation, it's still the maximum of 8 characters. If you want to have some time aside for, you know, real life stuff, I highly recommend just one character. your first character, play through the story, don't skip cutscenes, all that stuff, and you'll be able to properly take in the game, the world building, all that good stuff. Once you've played through the story, then you can have like a second character and just like skip all cutscenes and rip through the game if you really want to. All jobs class playable up to level 80. Available in A Realm Reborn, Heavensward, and Stormblood. Can be played up to level 80. Wait, what? Oh, what? You can't... Maybe they forgot to update this text. Because, I believe Gunbreaker is Shadowbringers. Wait, isn't Dancer... Oh, I don't remember when... I don't remember whether Dancer was introduced in Stormblood or Shadowbringers anymore. I'm pretty sure it was introduced in Shadowbringers, but it gives me very Stormblood-like vibes, but that's maybe because of Lise. I don't know. You can still enjoy all content up to level 80. You may hold up to 300,000 gil. That's a pretty significant limitation right there, so you'll want to keep that in mind. You can't get yourself a house as a result of this low limit. But also, I don't think you were actually eligible to get a house on free trial anyways. Which, I guess for obvious reasons to save space. But also, you can't even get yourself an apartment. Apartments in Final Fantasy XIV are 500,000 gil. Wait. Now, I was about to say, can you get yourself a private chamber? No, because you can't be part of a free company in the free trial. But that's fine. That is fine and all. It's not possible to use chat, these modes. You can't shout, you can't yell, and you can't tell, which is a DM, by the way. Which means I can't change my chocobo colors. Dang it. Yeah. There is that limitation. It is possible to receive messages delivered from the MOG station via the Moogle delivery service. This is a little outdated. You don't get messages from the MOG station anymore. It's just outright called the online store now. This is dated. Hey, back in my days, the store was on the MOG station as well. No, the online store is a separate thing, and... Okay, so you know what? I think this is outdated too. And it should probably say... And Shadowbringers. Huh. So they still got some things to update here. I guess they were very eager to update this to level 80. But then they forgot to put in Shadowbringers. Oh, also... Yeah. You cannot use party member to recruit. It is possible to participate in a party if invited. So if you're going through the free trial and all that stuff and want to be in a party, I mean, you can reach, I can invite you if you want to. While I'm doing story streams, I will probably be in a very different area, but we can still be in the same party as long as we're in the same world or same data center for one across world party. Crossword parties have some limitations that are... I don't remember if there were... Yeah, I think there were some things that were really annoying about them. Also possible to use Duty Finder to get automatically matched with the party. Yep. Yep, that makes sense. PvP is currently unavailable for free trial players. Oh, well. That's my opinion, but I don't PvP, that's why. Cannot log in Lodestone. You know, only like 30% of Final Fantasy XIV players probably even know what the Lodestone is, so. You cannot use the Adventure Support app. Oh no, I can't use an extra app on my phone. Whatever will I do with that extra space that I saved by not having an extra app on my phone? Tush means I can't change my tush colors. Okay then, sectoral captain. Yeah, I stay away from PvP as well. I'm not interested in it. Jazz, welcome on in. I hope you're having a lovely time zone. The denied message. Denied! And then Omega. Omega did land a decent attack. Oh, it's infinite fruit this time. You got your sound? Oh, heck yes! I suppose since I don't have a proper channel / avenue, just DM it to me. Unfortunately, Dino, the bot that I deal with, they don't have a, like, ticket system or anything to go through, so it's like, well, I guess we'll just do it this way. And then, yeah, I can get that added, and then I can finally put a check mark on my list, but like, this is fulfilled. The Omega sound, the MP3 I can send it to you. Yeah, MP3 format is preferred, yes. It's easiest to work with. If it's a different audio file format, technically I could run it through the audio editor that I have and just save it as an MP3 anyways. Because I think Firebot only works with like two sound extensions, and one of them, .wav, is not very efficient. It uses up a lot of... It uses an inefficient amount of space compared to an MP3. Optional items. You cannot use... Oh, okay. You can't use the online store. Oh, wait, you can get stuff from the Mog Station if you have rewards tied to your service account, but free trial players probably will not have anything tied to their service account. Awesome. I will check that and get that implemented after stream or on stream if my brain dictates that I should do that. We'll see. We'll see what my brain does. So, holy crap, the free trial thing became way better. We'll be doing Shadowbringers next year. That's going to be our Final Fantasy 14. Our little Final Fantasy 14 fix. I was sort of hoping to be able to do a little extra Final Fantasy 14 to get the Hildebrand stuff caught up to current expansion too. Because there's a Hildebrand for Heavensward that we haven't done. And there is a Hildebrand for Stormblood as well. Was it Shadowbringers the one that they skipped? I think it was Shadowbringers. They skipped it because they felt like people didn't like it. And everybody was like, what the fuck? We do like it. What the heck? What were you guys smoking when you guys decided this? And so when Endwalker came around, they're like, oh shit, right. People do like this. So we randomly did not get Hildebrand in Shadowbringers. And then we got it again in Endwalker. Because people were like, what the fuck? And then there's the currently running Hildebrand series that... Did they add that in... Did they add that right away? Usually they wait a few patches. I gotta check that. I need to check that. That is confusing me. Today's just gonna be like read the patch notes day. We're not going to have enough time to do anything. It's going to be like, ah, yes, patch note read-in day. I'm going to skim through the patch notes and see if it mentions the Hildebrand series being mentioned. Because no, this known issue was for the previous little thing. I don't think it's out yet. Complete patch notes. Uh, 7.55. There we go. I don't even have to read through the patch notes right now. Okay. Awesome. Okay, let's go over here. The update should be... Yeah, it's done. I'm going to read through the patch notes separately here. It's probably because the ones who didn't like it were louder than the ones who did. I think the development team just doesn't know how to read. To read the room sometimes. I think they sort of lost touch with people there for a bit. Oh, hold on. I'm going to change the categories so you guys can hear the game too. Jazz with the 5 streak. Flawless. Although I'm sure there's some areas. I'm sure there's certain planets or countries on planets within some galaxy or few. Somewhere in the sectoral leader sector where there's no law against that. Somewhere. I mean, a sector is a massive area, so there's gotta be like an area or 2 or maybe 3 where it's allowed. OBS doesn't know how to detect this version of Final Fantasy XIV? Oh, you know what? I've had this happen before when I update the game. Apparently, you know what? You know what I think is happening? I think what's happening is Final Fantasy XIV needs to run in with administrative privileges when it's updating. It doesn't exit that mode when it launches the game, which causes OBS to be unable to capture it. I think that's what's happening here. And you know what? This bullshit started happening ever since Final Fantasy XIV changed their, ever since they did that web edge whatever bullshit. Like, that one update they made to the launcher broke some of the capture capabilities. It's really annoying. So now when I launch it again, it should actually show. Because now it's not running in elevated. Oh, it also messes with my keybinds, apparently, when it's running in admin mode. Everything is wrong. Whoa. OBS lagged on the screen transition there. It makes it look sort of silly. Wait until I'm logged in. Alright, once I'm logged in, we'll be back at it again. I like this cranberry grape juice. I might just make this like a regular thing. And it's really good for you, too. And also, because there's cranberry in it, it's also good for your kidneys. Good kidneys. Take good care of the kidneys. Cranberry grape juice honestly slaps. It's pretty darn good. And thank goodness the grape component is not the fake grape. Fake grape tastes like cough medicine. It's like, ugh. Don't want to overdo it, otherwise you can give yourself diabetes. Or, if you have way too much of it, it takes a lot to get overdosed on vitamin C. But, I believe you don't want to hit 1000% on vitamin C, otherwise, yeah, your body will be very unhappy about it. So last time, apparently, somebody who used to be a rather rude enemy of ours, apparently they lost their memory. I don't really trust them because of the theatrics they pulled 2 times in a row before. But I guess we'll see. X's brother drank a crap ton in a small amount of time to flush his system. So he could pacifist has to go to work out west. Passed the test, gave himself diabetes. Oh, yeah. Not a very good trade-off. Oh, we were partway through one because I didn't want to go through, I didn't want to go past the 9 o'clock threshold. I wouldn't necessarily drink a lot in a short period of time, that's for sure. 27 grams of sugar per 1 cup. Okay. Pop stores. Oh, so hold on. And yeah, sugar is the third ingredient, so that makes sense. Drank a lot of it in 4 days. Oh gosh, I wouldn't. I'd get tired. Look, I like the beverage, but I would get tired of it at some point. Chocolate milk, on the other hand, that's it. Well, I mean, you shouldn't drink too much chocolate milk either. That's also high in sugars. It also has some iron in it. You'll definitely get your iron, but, yeah. The other problem. Captain Jifuya. He was headed for the northern entrance when I saw him last. I was gonna invite him to train with us, but he did not hear me call out to him. I'm lactose intolerant, but will drink a 1 liter of chocolate milk in one night. Oh, yeah. 1 liter, yeah, that'll happen. I might have a bit of a cooldown after that, though. I had a bit of chocolate milk today, but usually when I get home from work, I like to drink chocolate milk as soon as I can. I'd say hi, but I don't. But that's a lurker-friendly command. If you need him, I dare say the sentry on duty will be able to tell you more. Indeed, I suggested... Ah, there we go. Welcome on in, Cake. Welcome on in. That's me with the lurk. See, I'm actually getting pretty good with that now and not accidentally calling people out of it. It took a little bit of training, but I'm good at it now. 119 sessions with 96%. My goodness. All of the hugs. All of the hugs. Oh my goodness. Hello, Lucci. Welcome on in. As a result of that habit, though... Oh my goodness, 256 hugs. That's a bite. Sorry, that's not a bite. What the heck is it? That's a bit limit. There we go. What the heck are they called? I don't know. That used to be a oh, that's an IP. That's an IP octa limit. You can only go up to 256, but you can never use 256 itself. Lucy with the 62 sessions. Totally didn't open up your stream to a raid. To a raid? I'm not in a raid. Are you in a raid? Can we gamble tonight? Oh, predictions. I'm not doing any predictions today. Actually, predictions is actually pretty rare in this channel. We were doing the Rainbow Road Challenge on Saturday. It actually doesn't happen too often. However, though technically not gambling, there is a shiny exchange. It's like exclamation mark shiny exchange. Specify how much you're putting in. That one's always available. Oh yeah, that command's always available. As long as you've got the shiny pieces. Enjoy your Final Fantasy. This dude's going to sleep. All right, munchies. I hope you have a wonderful rest. I hope the rest goes uninterrupted. I hope it's high quality. All that good stuff. Oh yeah, shiny exchange, always around. In fact, I think tomorrow is actually the last day before it resets. Whoa, okay. Okay. Lucci put a lot of shinies in, and a Mimic helped a match happen, and the Mimic was a Krista, by the way. One of those Karistas is actually a Mimic, which helped you make a match. That means one of those Karistas themselves is actually worth 0. The other Karista is worth 1.69, the default value. A Mimic's base value is 0, so when the Mimic changes to Karista, it still is 0. But the match is worth 2, and the real Krista is worth 1.69. That Meta Knight is worth up to 0.3. So, yeah. There you go. I'm so glad I put the commas in so that I can more easily read the numbers. 170,720 shiny pieces. All or nothing. Oh my goodness. Shy Sneaking Girl got the 1% with the Rainbow Stone. What the heck? All of those match. The Rainbow Stone itself is worth 0, but it makes everything as if they all match each other. So you got quite a return on that. That is freaking amazing. Ah, Jess did not get as lucky though. Even with the bird buff, the crows did not feel like returning very much there. Lemon has a very low multiplier, it's 0.05. Diamanda has a negative 0.2 up to 0.69. Mario, I think, has a 0.15. Deity has a 0.15 as well, I think. Something like that. I'm going to remember all of these right off my head at some point. Oh, Jaden gets a lucky either. Bowser, Lemon, Luigi, which they don't have the best multipliers. You never know. When you do get lucky with the crow, though, the return is ridiculous. If you need him, I dare say the sentry on duty will be able to tell you more. Indeed. I suggested as much to Mistress Dalisay when she came asking earlier. Something amiss? Potatoes. That's what's amiss. Tush should have known better. Ah, so now we're blaming Tush on everything, huh? I didn't see Tush do a shiny exchange at all, though. Or did Tush mess with the shiny exchange? Is that what's happened? Is that what happened? I don't know why I added an S to what. Gaming? Alright, Lucci. Have fun. You seek the captain. He passed by a little while ago. I wondered if I should tell someone. As it happens, he did not look well. You see, I asked if not was the matter, and he told me the past caught up with him. But I doubt it was that. There are older men in our ranks. Ah, I see. Aye. The captain went outside some few bells ago, and looking quite unwell, I'm sorry to say. This I mentioned to Lord Gosetsu, who straight away struck out after him. I hope they'll be alright. Gosetsu too. It seems everyone is bent on joining the search. That's all well and good, but someone has to stay behind. There's no telling what the Empire is plotting. You go on, Cody. Alphanid and I shall hold the fort. All right, you yeah, hold the fort. So that's the other way. I almost forgot about that way. Remember, every other time I play through this again, I've already had flying. New Game Plus.
By the Kami, your Lord Ian, leave me, I beg of you. Say nothing of this. I was never here.
There you are.
Lady Yugiri, Lord Gosetsu, forgive me my abrupt disappearance.
You have your reasons, I am sure. Will you not share them?
I was her master when she was yet a courtesan.
By the Kami.
Oh. Well, no wonder you were like, I don't want anything to do with this.
Worked in my establishment.
This is past catching up with them.
Her father was a regular client of mine. One day, quite without preamble, he offered to sell her to me. Yeah, she may be no maiden, he said, but she has some use left in her.
Wow.
He sold her short. When I first beheld her, I was struck by her beauty. And yet, behind her eyes there was an emptiness. It was as if she had given up on life. She seemed more a doll than a woman. It was no profession for her, but I knew she would be popular, and so it proved. Men flocked to drown themselves in that cold, bottomless gaze.
Ah.
The rest you know.
Just don't flock to them and
And for her loyal service won the office of acting viceroy.
While you came to serve the Liberation Front.
'Tis said that the atrocities Yotsuyu committed were driven by vengeance. If so, I bear part of the blame for creating the monster she became.
What, did you treat her like shit?
Joining the front was meant to be my atonement. But the truth is, I am a coward, whose only thought was to escape her wrath. Then as now.
I still don't see how this puts you into any sort of fault.
Then I shall recommend that you be assigned to a new post. I trust you have no objections.
I think
None.
Kazu's parents
You in his care.
are primarily at fault because they were fucking assholes.
I am in your debt.
Who is it that you seek to protect, Gosetsu? Idle musings. Pray, pay me no mind.
I don't know, something about the cameo, I guess. I think that's what's making Gosetsu do things. I don't know. Forgive me, now is not the time for brooding. Come, let us rejoin the others. Let's go. Hey, CC, you missed an A. It's let's a go. Close enough. When Mario says that the text is actually like let's hyphen hyphen go. CC didn't even get that right. Okay, anyway, back to Stream Manager. And I thank you for your help in the search. Gosetsu has told me all that transpired. I would not presume to defend the life Jifu led before he joined the front, nor will I condemn it. Frankly, it is not my place to judge. I will only say this. Jifuya, I know, has ever been a man of courage. That he should feel driven to flee bespeaks the depths of his terror. Even now, Yeltizu casts a shadow over the realm. But the question of what is to be done with her must wait. The Empire is on the move once more. Is it time for us to become an Imperial nuisance again? While you were out searching for Jifuya, we received word from our shinobi allies. An Imperial airship has been sighted over Doman soil. Time to strike them down! Our visitors' objectives remain unclear. It may be another attempt to recover Yotizu, or to prelude it to invasion. Either way, the craft reportedly advances at speed and appears bound for Castropomus. I mean to go there to ascertain their intent. If we ride out in force, it will only end one way. So we shall keep our numbers to a minimum. Yuguri, Cody, can I count on you? Yes, my lord. Alice and I would fain play our parts as well. We will not stand idly by while a common foe threatens the lands of our friends and allies. We'd be glad of the help. You're acquainted with Hakuro, I believe. Then I bid you seek him out and assist in maintaining order in the enclave. When the people see an Imperial airship, they're liable to panic. I would have you reassure them, and should it come to it, aid in their evacuation. Very well, we shall depart at once. Do take care. Nod. What of me, my lord? The Empire may well be after Yotizu. You are to remain here and guard her until my return. As you wish. Pray stay close to Cody and Yuguri. Well, well. Guard duty and not a breath of protest. Now I've seen it all. To Castropomus then. Let us find what the Empire's game is. Ah, yes. Go figure. The Empire is up to something. Imagine my surprise. Imagine my lack of surprise. Now that the barrier's down, we can just, like... Oh, we could go around, but it's a pain in the... It's actually a pain in the arse to do this. Sangi, welcome on in. I hope you're having a lovely time zone. I actually don't know if that worked. I don't even know if that wave gesture worked because OBS, yeah, like my face is right behind oh wait, hold on. Because my VTuber's not right up here. Ah, it still works. Conflicts with a few keybinds in Final Fantasy 14, but they both play out. I did that to reset my my Y pitch. When you land on the ground and then you go back into the air, it resets your Y pitch. Which allows me to keep a steady altitude. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to go into adjust it. Just going to stay away from that fate. This area is secure. Whatever our visitors' purpose, they plainly believe they can achieve it alone. The craft should come into view any moment. Let us await them inside the castrum. Hey, look, it's the airship. The airship looks a little stinky. I think this airship needs a bath.
A smoke signal? Thoughts, Yugiri?
In former times, such signals were used to announce the coming of an emissary of peace. In Doma, at least. But could that truly be their intent?
Who can say? Whatever they want, we cannot simply blast them out of the sky. Not when they were so gracious as to honor one of our cherished traditions. I would not have it said that we Domans want for propriety.
Yeah, if they're
Then I shall
doing
go
that,
reconnoiter.
then we'll have a chat.
Nay, that won't be necessary. We will meet them openly.
Yeah, we will have a chat.
I would welcome this student of Dorman history in person, whomsoever he or she may be.
As you wish, my lord. I shall arrange for a signal of our own to be fired in answer.
We'll figure out what the heck. All right. What's going on?
Well, that we should be received by the Lord of Doma himself.
I but afford an emissary of peace the courtesy he is due. Welcome to Doma, my lord.
Ah, where are my manners? I am Asahi Sus Brutus, Ambassador Plenipotentiary of Garlemald.
He is heir to the Naiuri clan, and Yotsu's stepbrother.
It seems I need not introduce myself, not in the presence of the famed Yugiri Mistwalker. Your skills as a shinobi are known far and wide, my lady. It is true. The former acting viceroy is my sister. Yet, bonds of kinship aside, we have precious little in common. As will soon become plain, I come not to sow strife, but to end it. I am of the Populares, a collective which represents the interests of the common man. Long have we labored to bring about reform to the Empire's provincial policy. Happily for us, our master acknowledges the need for change. Indeed, His Radiance, Emperor Varys Zos Galvus, personally sanctioned this mission, granting me the authority to speak with his voice. To
Interesting.
negotiate peace with Dorma.
Well then, we have much to discuss. Will you accompany me to my hall?
Gladly, my lord.
All right. We'll hear him out. We shall escort our guests across the river to the Enclave. Yugure, pray go ahead to the Yuzuka Manor docks and see that the ferries are ready. Now we get to go with the is peace what they truly desire route. One bird. Oh wait, there were two birds there. Birds! Okay. Off we go! Lord Hayne and I will accompany the Imperial delegation on the first ferry. When you're ready, speak with the boatman and join us on the other side. Hello. Yuguri told me that you're called Boatman. Hello, Boatman. But I can. There you are, Cody. So first things first, what do you think of the Enclave? I must say, I'm quite proud of what my countrymen have accomplished in the time. We even have an ether right now, courtesy of the Onishishu. Be sure to attune to it, would you? Once it has the Warrior of Light seal of approval, people might actually start using the thing. But on to the matter at hand. The ambassador and his retinue are at my hall, taking their ease ahead of negotiations. I want you there when the talking starts. Fair enough. It will serve to send a message to the Empire that Eorzea and Doma stand united. I am not normally one for hollow posturing, but in this game of nations, such gestures carry weight. Oh, and should you feel uneasy about speaking for the Scions, Alfred and Alice will also be there. You need only eat, drink, and look imposing. I always love that. Say you'll come. I'll be there! I knew I could count on you. When you're ready, come and join me at my humble abode, the Kiankan. The guardsmen will see you in. Nice chill place. I think it's expecting you. Yes.
On behalf of my delegation, I offer you my humblest thanks. Never did I imagine that I would meet the gallant and noble Lord of Dorma himself, nor be welcomed into his magnificent hall.
You'll forgive me if we forgo the pleasantries. You say you are come to negotiate peace. Unless I am mistaken, such negotiations are typically conducted between sovereign nations. I was not aware that the Emperor had recognized Dorma's sovereignty.
His Radiance has yet to do so, that much is true. Know, however, that he has expressed willingness to cede Dorma to her ancestral masters and treat with her as a friend.
Okay. That's an interesting way to word it.
Since the days of Emperor Solus, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory.
Oh, there. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a lovely time zone. 8.6 million shiny
While you may not agree
pieces.
with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong goal, to rid the world of icons.
Ooh. Not the most favorable shiny exchange, but at least the crows brought back a decent amount.
Icons are a blight upon this star. They cannot be suffered to exist. This you know as well as we. In his wisdom, Emperor Varus wishes to explore the possibility of an alliance to combat this common threat. On the condition that Dorma renounces summoning and pledges to police the Korgin's practice of it, his Radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
Dorma has never shown any appetite for summoning, and it should go without saying that we will address any threat to our people, icon or otherwise.
I'm attempting to do a magic circle and failing. Oh no.
With regard to the Korjin, I must stress that they only resorted to summoning under extreme provocation. When the Ruby Sea was at peace and their sacred relics safe, they looked not to their kami for protection. Yet even now there are certain parties who would destabilize the region with ill-conceived military forays. Unless they alter their course, we cannot hope to be rid of icons.
Quite. I can but apologize.
Does a magic
In
circle
seeking
summon
to
food?
eliminate
Because I
icons, the
can't
Empire
decide what for
creates
dinner. Oh my
Tis
goodness.
An irony among ironies.
That would be wonderful.
One with which the people of Eorzea are well acquainted, I am told.
Indeed, many summonings are the result of persecution, the weak being driven to call upon the divine for deliverance from the strong. So it was in Alamigo, the bitter fruit of Garlean oppression.
A tragic state of affairs. If we are to put an end to summoning once and for all, it shall not be through might, but harmony. Yet we continue to repeat our mistakes, oblivious to the lessons of history.
Ah, it doesn't, dang.
My comrades and I would change all that. We, populares, have campaigned long and hard for a shift in imperial policy. And at last, the Emperor has seen fit to lend us an ear. Alas, There is a faction within Garlemald that would obstruct our every attempt at reform. A collection of pure-blooded Garleans who seek to consolidate their own supremacy. The Optimates. Lest you wonder, theirs was the hand that loosed our forces on the Confederacy. 'Twas a regrettable incident, one that flies in the face of everything we believe. And I swear to do all in my power to prevent a reoccurrence.
That would be most welcome. But if I may speak plain, if the Empire itself is not of one mind, how can we be certain that any peace we negotiate will be honored?
Yeah, that is complicated.
I cannot blame you for doubting us. Indeed, I should find it strange if you did not. And so, in the name of building trust, I would like to make a proposal. A prisoner exchange.
Yeah, well, I do have a feeling we know the
Under
specific
Garlean
person.
rule, no few Dormans were conscripted into the Imperial Army. We would repatriate them in return for those of ours you captured in the recent conflict. Naturally, any exchange would include the acting Viceroy.
Yotsu? What makes you think we have her?
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain? Let us not play games. I desire only to work to our mutual benefit. The Optimates tried and failed to take my sister by force. I would succeed by peaceable means, thereby strengthening my party's hand. 'Twould be a lie to say I would not also be glad of my sister's safe return.
A fellow plain speaker. How refreshing. Very well. Your proposal has merit, but I will need time to consider it.
Of course, my lord. May we remain in Dorma until you have come to a decision?
You shall be our honored guests. Yugiri, I leave the ambassador and his retinue in your care. See that they are well looked after.
You have our gratitude, Lord Hien. We shall look forward to your answer.
Wonder how long they'll decide to be peaceful for. Can't trust that Empire. Maybe this faction of the Empire is that prefers peace, but like, no, they're very rough around the edges. And a lot of the Imperial forces have already caused a lot of problems in the past. Well, I have that Imperial nuisance banner, just like I have it ready. Well, that was unexpected. You could say that again. I still don't know quite what to make of all of it. But on the surface, a prisoner exchange does seem like a good way to begin. The question is, can they be trusted? They had not to gain by divulging the details of their internal divisions. As it stands, we have no reason to doubt them. But the ambassador's mention of Yotizu left me ill at ease. It made his grand talk of peace seem uncanny, like a lengthy preamble. You think this might all be a ruse to facilitate a retrieval? Perhaps. Although I cannot fathom why they would go to such lengths. Yotizu may have been acting viceroy, but she is not Garlean, not even highborn. Her value must presumably lie in what she knows. Which brings us to the little matter of her memory loss. In her present condition, she will not yield any worthwhile intelligence. Nor is she worth as much as a bargain in peace. Alfred, you were well acquainted with the Empire's methods. I would have your thoughts on this matter. My knowledge is at your disposal, Lord Hayne. While the Ambassador's proposal is appealing in principle, it would be remiss of us not to give it due scrutiny. Indeed. Though it seems, to me, I have little choice but to accept regardless. With so many of our brothers and sisters languish in Imperial camps, I cannot well turn my back on a chance to secure their repatriation. Only Dakami knows when I will be afforded another. But ere we continue, shall we excuse these two? I fear what follows will bore them to tears. Yes, I would like to leave. The sectoral leader himself actually has to deal with a lot of the dragged out politics stuff. Actually, it actually depends on which faction he's dealing with. Because some of the forces he meets up with, some of the allied forces he meets up with, they're pretty chill. Some of them just get straight to the point. Others are very dragged out and long in process. My goodness, when the sectoral leader has to meet with, like, certain human factions who take forever to get things through the politics thing, like, that just takes forever. But as I mentioned earlier, he can be in multiple places at once. But it doesn't do that all the time because it does take a lot of focus to do so. What is my cord doing? Like trying to wrap itself around the arm here. I was just about to show myself out as it happens. Come on, Cody. Let's leave Alpina to dispense his copious knowledge. What? Someone is still sore from being made to watch at Sakazuki. Go on and keep Alice company. We're safe enough for now. Back out we go. If it's another really long cutscene... No, I don't think this should be a long cutscene. A chance to relax at last. I know when I'm out of my depth, Cody. Though no weapons are drawn, the negotiation is no less a battle. And the stakes can be every bit as high. One misplaced word and people could die. It takes someone with a cool head, and I'll be first to admit that's not me. So we're left with the eternal question. What to do while they prattle on? Ordered a burrito using the magic of the internet. Yes, absolutely. That is internet magic right there. We're already halfway through the week. What? April's almost gone. Oh crap, I need to use these. I'm gonna do that now. We're done with the story for now, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Gridania and get my rewards for the grindy things. Nothing is available in New Game Plus. Oh, I could get a new parasol. I could get in a X mount too. I already have this. Iron. Oh, this is a dwarven thing. You can also get MGP Platinum cards if you want. If you want that. Wait, where do I get this from otherwise? I don't know. I'm gonna get a 50 thing and be done with it. I'm just gonna position the camera up here since somebody's being obnoxious with the remotes. Thankfully, they have the log thing off. I did it. All 3 done. Jeez. I only did the mega thing and then I was done. I'm getting this because I can't think of how else to get it.
But
My nerves are shot. My nerves are shot tush. Okay. Alright, time to teleport to my house. I think this weekend I'll be doing some main story where I am, because I'm in like post-dawn trial, so. Get myself all caught up on that now that the main story is actually complete. Now that'll be a weekend thing though, I don't have enough time to do that. Oh, maybe I can sneak that in on Friday instead. But I also have to do Tomodachi Life stuff, right? Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna bring us over here. We'll just exit the game. Well, that was Final Fantasy 14. Mostly reading the changes, the sort of reading a tiny bit of 7.5 edition, but also there was a bit of story in that. But they're all nice explaining them. Oh wait! Oh, you did all 3 of the Alliance raid. I thought you were, I was talking about the Tomes thing, and I thought you were talking about the Tomes thing. No. The Alliance raid. Oh my goodness! Congrats on that. Big congrats. That is one of the most difficult hurdles when it comes to the social thing. They just like throw a mountain at you right there, and then they don't make you ever climb another mountain again. That's the only Alliance raid they force you to do. Now that you've got that out of the way, no more mandatory Alliance raids. There's optional ones. And they got their fair bit of fun, but you've also got to deal with 23 other people. So now most of the hurdles now are going to be the 8-player trials, like when you have to face a boss, because most of those do not have duty support. I'm trying to think of the next trial that actually has duty support, and I'm thinking it's Endwalker. I don't think they even did that in Shadowbringers at all. Or if it's a Shadowbringer trial or earlier, we can also just unsync it, and I could just have, put an end to that quickly. The trials are going to be a walk after all that. Yep. Oh my goodness. That's the most difficult part of A Realm Reborn. Well, aside from tolerating some of the dry content that they claim to have removed, but they definitely left some dry content in there. There's that too, but it's not too long and dragged out anymore. All right, everybody, that is going to be it for me for the time being. Oh, a raid train brought me over here. You know what? I might bring you guys over here too. I'm also going to make sure that I'm following, because I was apparently not following them. What the heck? Yeah, I'm going to make sure to do that. Okay. So, that's it going to be it for me today. Krista will be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. So, look forward to that. She is going to be playing more Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. There will be no stream on Friday, as the schedule says. But, like, for those of you who don't have access to the Discord, yeah, there's no stream on Friday. So keep that in mind. You can also... Oh, wait a minute. Did I update it in the About section? Yep. In the About section, you will also see that there's no stream on Friday. That, I know all of you can access because all of you have Twitch, so you can view the About page. So I've got multiple methods of seeing the schedule, even if you're not part of a Discord, so... Yeah. There we go. All that cool stuff. However, Saturday is the big stream, trademark. That'll be the 12-hour season 4 finale. We only do this once a year. It's to wrap up the season. After that, it'll be every Saturday. I'm lazy, but I don't want to read. I've got a golden kappa too. Funny if you were around at the correct time. Yeah, a certain community that we might know had a golden kappa. Oh. Anywho, oh my goodness. Hello, fool. Welcome on in. I am just about to end the stream pretty soon here. I'm about to raid out, but good to see you. There's that golden kappa. Oh my goodness. That's exactly where we got the golden kappa from. But yeah, if any of you haven't followed Fool yet, if you see a hollow heart with a banner up there, make sure that heart is solid. Make sure you're following. A lot of fun over there. Lots of Phasmo, and also some Alan Wake, so... yeah, pretty fantastic time. Alright, everyone. I don't want to push too close to the 9 o'clock mark here, because that's when I do have to start getting ready for bed. So, I'm going to be sending you guys off. I'm so excited for Alan Wake 2. Oh, it's going to be such a fun time. Yeah, definitely make sure you're following everybody. You're gonna want to see it. Oh, also, hold on. I need to get rid of that refer equals raid thing, because that sometimes messes around with Twitch's ability with viewers and all that stuff. Mind you, there's hundreds of other things that cause problems with the whole viewer thing. Which is why I'm going to reiterate this. Keep your viewer count off if you're streaming. It's so bloody buggy, you won't be able to, like, comprehend why it's saying this number and all that stuff, and you don't need those distractions. Wait, get out of here, ads. Go away, ads. Jeez. It was like I had 4 seconds to press the snooze button. Okay, let's get the raid started before the ads do try to interrupt things. Wait, yeah, it's like, get out of here, ads. We're gonna just throw them. Congrats on the top 3. You get bonus gold pieces to use in future sound commands. I'd like to thank you for joining, whether you're here in full, in part, whether you active or lurk, or anywhere between. It's all greatly appreciated. I almost said that really fast without skipping a beat. First raid message is for subs. However, in the event that you do not have a sub just underneath there, that message, anybody can use that one. Feel free to use one or the other. We're heading to Gold Mama, who I actually didn't realize streamed, because yeah, I didn't get the opportunity to actually follow or anything like that. So now I will know when they're live. All right. Yeah, that's where we're heading. They're playing No Man's Sky, which man, talk about a game that went from everybody was furious about it to everybody is passionate about it now. Because they busted their arses to make the game into something way better. Sort of like Planet Coaster 2. Planet Coaster 2 was a shit show when it first came out. And now it's pretty darn good. And they've got another free update underway. Alright, everybody. Have a good night. Take good care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Pretty important one, too. Keep being yourselves. Don't follow after those trends. You are you. See you later, everybody. Bye-bye.